Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Hades 2, where today we're going for it. We're going for the final kill on Chronos, which is to say, not, sort of, right? But today's episode might be a little bit unusual. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the structure of these games, when we kill Chronos, we're going to get a plot sequence, and we're going to get the credits, and we're going to get probably a pretty great song. That's just like Supergiant style. But then there's going to be some kind of plot contrivance to put us back into some sort of mechanical position where we can continue running things, or the status quo will be more or less returned because there's still like a billion things to do. There's so many checklists to finish. There's so many prophecies to work out. People want to get to keep playing the game. We haven't even gotten access to the last level of the Vow of Rivals yet. There's going to be a ton of stuff that is in the quote-unquote post-game. This is not the only way that you can develop a roguelite, but it is a very common way of doing it. And in the first game, they were able to achieve that position pretty much just by like a shifting of characters' attitudes toward each other over time without having to change very much. And I thought they did a good job with it. It felt earned. It felt reasonable. Here, given the direness of everything and the what the actual conflicts represent, I'm really not sure how they're going to put us back in a position where like we did something, but also it's still possible for us to go punch Typhon in the face, or for Chronos to still be down on that throne, unless there's some kind of like paradox problem, right, where it turns out that Malinui can't have Zagreus defeat Chronos back then, because then there is no Malinui here. It was like creating, solving the problem creates a branch of reality, a timeline where there is a happy Malinui, but that's not us. We have to be here looping in our thing in order for that Malinui to exist. We find ourselves trapped forever within the conflict. Aside from something like that, I don't know how there would still be a conflict. Now, I have heard that some people are not entirely happy with the ending, and it would seem Supergiant themselves is among them, because there is currently they've just put up a beta branch on Steam containing some significant narrative changes to the ending, to still get to the same place, right, where there is that mechanical status quo return. And I think that we have sort of lucked into a really cool opportunity here, because the original ending is still what's on the live branch. We can see that and then revert to the backup of our save that I have just made at this moment and do another run and see the new changed version of the ending. I would very much like to compare them. I'm very, very curious to see them both. Now, we won't get the full effect of the new ending because part of what's changed is the dialogue and characterization across the last several Underworld runs. And obviously, we have already done all of that stuff, and so we only have the old versions of that. So we'll have to just kind of keep in mind that the context of things will be shifted a little bit from what we're used to. But yeah, that's my plan for today. Let's go wallop Chronos, put him in the ground, and then see an ending. And then I won't make y'all watch the second run, but I'll tack the new ending on right after, I think. Yeah, maybe. The other thing is that I have been so eager to finally get to play around with one of these final cool transformations of a weapon, and we've been so close on resources for so long, and just like things are not quite adding up. But I realized that when our current Thanatos package comes in, we will have enough Nightmare to finally form one of them. And I would like to use that for our climactic run here. So I went and did a bunch of pitch black stone runs just to pass enough time for the package to finally arrive. So here it is, and
It's all here.
There's my 2 nightmare. And I guess a couple of plants. I should probably grab the sprouts. I have, of course, been growing things and
Live and thrive.
and making treats in the pot and whatnot in the interim as well. And we have a bunch of stardust now. I don't know what I want to do with it, but we certainly have it. And so, with all of this, we can finally unlock the first of the final transformations, the aspect of Shiva. We're a single poppy away from being able to unlock the aspect of Persephone, which should be all we need to get the 4th aspect for this weapon. We're a little bit of iron. That's 2 iron deposits. That might not be 1 run. 2 marble away so just like very slightly overspent on marble. Here we're missing 2 silver to probably unlock the 4th aspect of this. Here we're missing a single tier. It's so frustrating. It all lined up so badly. But anyway, we got our thing. So,
Grant me the aspect of Shiva.
a prophecy has been foretold. So the deal with this is you have Purifying Grace, which absorbs Omega Special Blasts to grow destructive, empowering your Omega attack. Plus 50% damage per rank, then resets this effect. Okay. So, probably a different moveset a little bit here. The punching actually is remarkably similar. Ah, yeah, the special is real different, though. And then our dash strike. Okay, that looks like it hits over a significantly larger area than the normal dash strike, but probably just once instead of 3 times. The Omega attack blocks damage. Okay, and functions much more like the shield charge from the first game, which I actually like. And then the Omega special. Okay. Okay, I see. So you would... Omega special, you would jump in the explosion. It absorbs into here, and then you...
You're destroying me here.
Okay, for like 600 damage.
Can't do it.
Oh, let me get really charged. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty significant, right? How much damage does the thing itself deal?
These old bones.
Okay.
Resume your training.
Out of curiosity, punch, punch, punch. Oh, wait, is there... Okay, there's 2 hits on the third part of the combo. Interesting. And that does 90 base damage. Does it always... Yeah, it always goes the same distance, no matter how shallow you aim it. Bounces off things in the environment. Trying to hit him with the blast without hitting him with the projectile. Okay, 90 damage either way. All right, well, that seems like a thing. So, as far as pets go, it is the dog that helps you dig up seeds, right? Yeah, because of the digging. Digs up snacks or spirit bubbles in a pinch. Okay, I want to make sure we get at least 1 poppy seed so that we can finally get that other weapon going. So, okay. I guess it's just a pinning feature. All right, yeah. Would you like some food? Because I made some food.
Here you go, Hecuba.
So we can get more max magic. Obviously, I don't care a huge amount about that. Earth Bond, I probably actually will pay into. And Guard Bond lowers the amount of time between stuns. Well.
Works every time.
I've got six treats. I think we're just going to go ahead and max out those bottom two traits. I do wish that this process was a little faster.
Each other.
Now you get pets.
Headmistress raised you well.
What an adorable little friend.
For you.
Okay, so we're at stuns surrounding foes every 5 to 6 seconds. It seems
Can't
pretty
get enough of those.
good, except for the fact that I assume it probably doesn't have any effect on bosses at all.
Our bond grows stronger. You're getting stronger.
So, does Hecuba ever attack? No, there's no damage value at all. It's just occasionally stuns foes. Yeah, seems like not very good against bosses at all, in fact. Alright, how do we want to start the run? I do kind of want to just go power, like, let's just make sure it gets done, right? So, like, Path of Stars, Concave Stone. The Hecate fight is tough, but I think maybe let's lead with Moonbeam and take Concave Stone during the water area, because the Skilla fight is still, I think, the hardest thing about this path.
That one.
The Cerberus fight's not, like, trivial or anything. But we'll make sure we are empowered by then, and we need 12. I think we can take the Vow of Shadow. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, may as well continue getting our Nightmare, right? And with that, I think we are good to go. Let's go fuck some shit up with our cool new weapon. I love the big, like, toy Hulk fists.
I go.
I know it's always big gloves, but there's something about the definition of the fingers on these ones that really makes them feel
Raining again.
kind of silly. Hera could be pretty good on special, maybe?
That last resort, which we would have used against Typhon, had you not found more of a targeted solution, merely something Hephaestus has been working on, half-heartedly. Would have cost my son his favorite forge, and more.
I don't love that they keep bringing up that they have some way to, like, level Olympus. And I sure don't love that this is at common. But, like, if you think about with the Omega Special, right? Having the first one hit everybody, hits them all up, and then the second one hits them all, and then for each one hit does 30% of that damage to all the others that are caught in it. That seems pretty good, I think. I wish it was a higher rarity, but we might be able to fix it over the course of the run.
My strength reborn.
I'm certainly not going to reroll for it and have it, like, not turn up at all.
Go, Hecuba. Appreciate the help.
Okay. The magic costs of running this build are going to be super, super high. We need a good solid gain, and we need it quickly. It's cool that charges up, like, basically instantly, though.
The gods.
Okay, Hestia.
Even I'll admit the quake crackle of the hearth just doesn't always do the job. Sometimes what we need is a great big conflagration, an inferno of the highest order. How about one then?
I'm a little worried about the fact that everybody kind of seems like they're talking about burning the world down. I don't think Attacks Inflict Scorch is all that good, and I do think Epic Snuffed Candle is pretty good against a lot of the bosses. It's not probably going to be very meaningful against Skilla. Well, you know, even there, like the tentacles maybe are far. I have no idea what nowhere near means still, but I think overall that's a very powerful ability. Ashes again. Okay, it looks like cover maybe does prevent the cover maybe does prevent the effect. Oh, the dog. Right, the dog helps a tremendous amount.
Ash for my arcana.
Yeah, if the dog is going to provide magic to us during fights, that's actually very cool. Boy, the range on this, the hitbox of the punch feels very small. Yeah, like, did you see the first two punches of that combo not hit the worm thing, even though it was right there? That has me a little worried. This is probably the Poseidon boon.
A cutthroat king specially for me.
Well,
Need to recharge.
I could use a little help with that, actually. All right, thanks for the fetch. Okay, I think I gotta not underestimate the value of just normal special.
Until we meet again.
We never used to have much contact with your father. So when Hades ceased communicating with Olympus, we figured he was back to his old ways. Turns out that old sneak Chronos got him. There was nothing we could do.
I don't know if I like Flood Gain here. I do like Title Ring. Yeah, actually, I think Title Ring is probably a winner. 'Cause it doesn't say that the splash on Title Ring knocks foes back. I can test this. Okay, yeah, so I've added a significant amount of damage to just the normal cast of my normal, or the normal use of cast. Actually, the explosive area that the normal special covers is really quite significant, and it makes it pretty great with Hitch. And then the dog's not quite as reliable as Proper Gain, but
Digging spot there.
certainly not bad. Definitely providing us a
everyone.
lot of extra magic. I don't know that we're in this place. I think we're actually probably cool on these. Probably don't need to do that. Ooh. Ash again, really? Well, I don't think it makes sense to go to the shop with less money than it would take to purchase a boon. But I'm getting a little worried. Yeah, I have to say the default special is actually rad, like super rad. Okay, so Hephaestus versus. I think I'm gonna take the chaos path here. Hephaestus could offer us, like, the blast dash is fine. I don't know that I would want blast on attack necessarily. I'm gonna take the chaos path.
I've blood to spare.
Please show me something good and cool.
I'll use this well.
You have completed a number of the trials I have put before you, Spawn of Hades. I would offer you my gratitude, except I thought my stardust would be of more use.
Yeah, it really hasn't been, honestly. So I don't know that I want max mana. I don't know that we need this. Move and sprint 51% slower is really scary, but the thing is, we already have, obviously, like, I have a common boon. I can't say that we have the boon rarity problem solved, but I do think maybe we could get better. I'm gonna re-roll this.
I choose otherwise.
You use 35% less magic. How much gold do I have? It actually doesn't let me see on the screen for whatever reason. It's below 150, right? It's 146. That's really... You're breaking my heart here, buddy. The other thing we could do is we could take Neurotic Creation. I don't necessarily think that it's hugely beneficial, and losing magic on dash is going to put us in a weird position, but that's a lot of magic symbols. You know what?
Yes.
I'll do it, and then we'll take Ash again. God damn. Also, I can't help but notice I'm not getting my moonbeam. Maybe we could pass me some of that instead of all these fucking ashes. I guess Hitch must have a maximum transmission range. Okay, worth noting that it doesn't seem like the special stuns enemies for long enough to keep them locked up. Like the casting animation is long enough that you end up with enough space between your impacts for people to do stuff. Certainly not ideal.
Poseidon's blessing done you any favors yet this eve? Mike's claiming it'll make you nigh invincible, but here's a little traveler's insurance just in case.
Attack special and caster faster would help alleviate the problem I was just talking about. I might take a reroll here. I don't know that I want my Omega cast to expire faster. Yeah, give me a reroll.
Sure, why not?
What is the wording on my chaos penalty? Oh no, that's right. I didn't take that one. So we could take Quick Buck now. This would be the time for it, right? I would like Nitro Boost is good, but this will result in a lot of extra money over the course of the run. Some of which we may use immediately. I can take the Breath of Eros without
Should be useful.
harming my purchasing power here, really, I think. And I'm feeling pretty confident about the Hecate fight. Just being able to use the normal special to sort of run and bounce my way through it.
Join me. Good.
Okay, Demeter. Yeah, actually, this could be good.
If only you could see my fields in the morning sun, shining brighter than any gold you shall ever find. Such metals ought to remain within the earth.
Yeah, wouldn't it be heartbroken here about Gain if she doesn't want to give us Gain? I think Rush. Her Rush is very solid. I guess the question is like Rush versus Ice Strike. I think I'm gonna take the Rush and hold on to the rest of our money.
It must be so frustrating, Lord Charon. Watching the dead of Erebus swallow here with no place to go. He'll send them on their way yet. Until then.
Oh.
Hello, granddaughter.
No.
It seems the pathways into Erebus are not as well protected as they used to be. I take it this here's the individual who pitted you against me, is this not?
Headmistress! Headmistress, fight him! Fight! Fight back!
Why? Feels like it's a little late to say that after she's already in the time stop. Yeah.
This headmistress of yours has considerable knowledge to have thus concealed you. But she is weary, such that time caught up with her at last. She hears not a word you say.
Unhand her, wretch. Unhand her, or I'll tear you to pieces.
My own children tore me to pieces once before. Look where that got them. Whoever this is, perhaps she shall be more cooperative than you, although I'm not particularly optimistic, nor should you be. Good evening.
Come back!
Okay, so do we just not have a Hecate fight then? Alright.
Hold on, Headmistress.
I guess that's no real loss to us. And I just did, my keepsake was just ignored completely. That's pretty fun. We could keep it on again to try to force another one, but if there's some kind of storyline reason that we're not getting a hex today, a hex for this run, it probably makes sense to like swap for concave stone or something. I don't think we want to take any of this stuff. All right, but overall, I'm feeling okay. I think there's a lot to be said for just the raw power of the weapon we're holding. A hammer is a very exciting addition, obviously. Show me something cool. Your Omega attack gains a power shot for plus 80% damage. After blocking with it, you become destructive by up to 3 ranks. Oh. That's kind of neat. So every time you use it for a block, it's then immediately boosted. I kind of think maybe we'll take that. I will say I don't feel like I'm playing into the gimmick very much. But part of that is just because I'm very worried about having enough magic to go for the second half of it. If I had a gain, I think I'd feel a lot more secure. But like, that's pretty effective. Interesting. Maybe there's a maximum, maybe there's a maximum amount of time that it will hold the block effect for. Because I thought I was holding the block, but then we definitely got hit. I do have like just enough for boon plus like something. I don't have enough for boon plus heart. Wonder if I should just take the Narcissus. Yeah.
So like, yeah, just all of it. It's too much. It's never enough. You know? Here we go again.
All right, you. I mean, I guess I'm going to keep gifting him every time we see him.
Whoa, a present. You're so thoughtful and all that. Don't mean to be rude about it. Just don't get the wrong idea, okay?
If I'm to keep taking from your copious supply of unused gifts, seems only fair that I give something in return from time to time. I spoke to Echo about you. Said you didn't mean to hurt her, though perhaps I shouldn't have. She responded in her usual way, but I could tell something happened. You broke her heart.
She broke her own heart. They always fall for people who don't love them back. Anyway, I'm sure she'll find someone who thinks she's awesome. Plenty of fish in the sea.
His line reads are so incredible.
Yes, I've noticed. So, has anybody ever fallen out of love with you? Or do they all end up in the morning fields, pining for you for eternity?
All I know is no one's ever loved me as much as me. They're all too busy feeling sorry for themselves to really care, you know? You can't love someone if you can't love yourself.
He delivers them in such a way that it's tempting to brush them off as him being like a doofus. But honestly, his lines are packed with a certain wisdom. All right, so we're at 132 life now. The only reason I'm even looking at this is because we didn't get any silver on the way down here, and I would like to continue unlocking weapons. It's not like 100 gold is nothing. But I should probably prioritize. Yeah, we should probably prioritize the max HP. Okay, a little bit of healing. Thank you very much, pup. And let's go get in a fight. Okay, the Shadow Guardian's creating a meaningful difference here. Alright, pretty lucky that that space just didn't have any of the projectiles hitting it, because I was camped. I was not moving. Okay, I like Tranquil Gain. I think that this is probably a winner. Steady growth this early. Wow, it's not really this early though, right? We're halfway through Biome 2. I'm going to take Tranquil Gain. And, okay, local climate. With Tranquil Gain, it's a lot easier to use local climate. I think I probably go here. Yeah, the range on the punch is super, super small. I will say that I very much wish we had a way of using our cast at range here. We should definitely be on the lookout for one of those. I think we can afford a yarn here. Charity bottles are really expensive. And let's go see our man Hermes. I should have stood in that. That was silly. Alright, there's a little tranquil gain for you. Wow, hard to pass up epic hasty retreat. Another little fire. So where are we at in terms of... We're almost at that 20% bonus damage infusion.
Gonna handle this. Can hardly stand all this water and the singing, but this has to be done. I'll make them come around.
Huh. The stuff, okay, stuff dying to the environment counts in my favor, it looks like. Yeah, that was never even close. Where are the exits? Well, I guess there's this thing. Like, I'm probably not going to just jump out of the room right after talking to her. I guess it depends. We have a lot of money. I might not stay around for the gold.
Any progress locating a means to enter Tartarus? I'd transfer you my birthright if I could under the circumstances, though I'm reasonably certain that's not possible.
Got my own birthright, thanks. And yeah, been making progress. Three-headed monster near the maintenance access point to Tartarus. It digs up through the ground.
You plan to get into the lowest reaches of the Underworld through the hellhole that beast leaves behind. You know that Cerberus is my father's dog, don't you?
All the more reason that tunnel's going to lead me right where I need to be one of these nights. Mark my words.
Okay, that's fine. She can have that one. Oof, 68. Not awesome. Oh, okay. Here's my hacks. Weird. Oh, yep. Glowing coal is perfect.
Your relatives on Mount Olympus all are well aware of me, of course. In most respects, I now can aid you openly, and even they themselves may grant you greater strength using my light. Let them believe that strength is theirs alone. A goddess may cross your path.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I think Total Eclipse... Night Bloom's very powerful. Obviously, it's less so without the, without all the extra buffs to it. But it is very powerful. Is it better than going for Total Eclipse and just whiffing all the time? I'm going to take Total Eclipse.
Please accept this gift.
In part because I think it's better against this fight in particular. And I do think this is the hardest part of the run, probably.
Don't worry, gals. One day, they'll put us up on the biggest stage for all the world to see.
I'm not particularly interested in listening to your delusions of grandeur right now, so why not start your little song?
Oh, it may be a little song to you now, lady, but it's going to be huge someday. You'll see. We'll show her, won't we, gals? How's everybody doing
Looks like that did not bring the charmer down, sadly. Alright, got her, finally. Alright, that'll make the whole playfield a lot safer. Little charge up time. I bet that shuts that tentacle down. It's really hard to find time to stand in my zones, you know? I need a gain. No. No more homing projectiles that turn into other homing projectiles. Jesus. Nice. Ow. I feel like I always get caught off guard by that one because I expect it to be her dying. Please just die. I don't want to get near you. Okay, finally. God damn it. No, that really sucks. It's much harder to find time to go tranquil during the early phases of this fight. I am not within that circle. Thank you. Having gotten rid of the drummer, we now have a little bit of room. I'll just die. Yep, one more down. Ow. God damn it. I can't believe I'm going to lose so many death defiances here. Down. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage here for, like, essentially kind of what feel like bullshit reasons to me. Like, just this stuff. You can dash across these. You can. Unless she's nearby charging her attack. In which case, all of a sudden, you can't. Jesus Christ. Charge, okay. I want to phase her without spending my moon attack, if possible. When she goes down, I want to just drop it on top of her. And just not taking damage from that. Okay, here we go. Oh, the camera zoomed in and changed the position of my cursor. Oh, that sucks. And she's just facing away from me full time. That sucks. Yeah, that is her play. She's just gonna always be facing away from me. All right, that's fine. We got her. We got her. Yeah, I tapped the hex button right as the camera zoomed in, and it dragged my hex inward and dropped it way short. That really sucks. Also, losing 2 death defiances there is probably... I mean, that's way worse than I thought that was going to go. I'm trying to resist the urge to say things like, that's probably the run, but, yo, that is very bad. Certainly. Alright, let's buy some help from Chaos. What do we want next? I'm kind of thinking maybe we knucklebone this, like, Cerberus does a lot of damage. And then we have the luckier tooth for the final. Because something tells me by then I'm going to be pretty desperate for death defiances. Okay, well, I can't do it now. The hammer. The... Chaos, you're being an asshole. I want my 55 gold back. There's a possibility that we would still get the hammer. Sometimes when you skip one, it just shows up a little bit later. But I can tell you for sure that it does not always show up again later. Okay. little more attack focused than I was hoping for. I mean, Reaper Frame fixes the main problem I'm having with our attack, although I don't know that it's like... I wish that it was something that played into our gimmick a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly not... That's nicer. I will say though, I would rather for sure have had almost any special affecting upgrade. All right, show me something good. I think a Path to the Stars could be valuable enough. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Combined with the heart. Hopefully this is better than just taking a single Poseidon boon. Damn it, I realized he was going to take that hit with just a tiny, tiny little sliver of armor left. But was not fast enough to do anything about it.
The infinite dark.
Okay, so... repeatedly inflict Scorch on all foes until the blast. That seems really, really good. A second blast 2 seconds after the first? Okay. Foes in the area move slower. I do like fragmentation, so I think we want to go like larger area, bonus power, fragmentation, purpose, hearth, magnitude, vastness, devastation, lineage probably. Consequences kind of whatever. Vastness, honestly, I'm not a huge on. We're gonna have to take a preparation no matter what to move into this next area, so we may as well just grab it. But okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm feeling like our hex is in a pretty alright place. Yeah, that's pretty okay. That works out pretty well. I think I take a shop over the rarity boosted boon here, right? This is not the pre-boss shop. We have enough money to shop big here and then again at the pre-boss shop. Okay, snuffed candle up. I think that's pretty good. Hitches share more damage and last longer is like, okay, I'm gonna re-offer. None of these are very exciting. Bridal Glow. Bridal Glow, I think, is a winner. Fine Line is not bad. And it is worth noting that Fine Line would be our 8th Earth. We are using a lot of Omega moves. So a little bit of extra Earth damage, a little bit of extra random damage in a separate package to help strip blue health and everything does matter a bunch, and it gives us another long-range source of damage against like bosses and stuff. I think I might actually take Common Fine Line over Bridal Glow here. Maybe that's foolish. Let's hope not. Let's hope that was the right thing to do. And do I think 190 health is enough? I do like 2 boons, and we don't need the gold, really. Yeah. Get gusted, nerd. Okay, attack, steal, freeze. I think at this point it's perfectly reasonable. There was a little pedestal up here with a thing I'm pretty glad to see. Yeah, we're not taking consequence, so I guess... Hey, listen, purpose is pretty good. I would be overjoyed to just find deal 5% more damage on a pedestal somewhere. Hestia stuff going. Wow, it seems like she puts up really quite a lot of damage. It's hard to not take Snuffed Candle here, right? 2% bonus damage on everything against probably most of the bosses. Well, against Cerberus and Chronos, I think. That should be active most of the time, right? Okay, here's another thing. Okay, while you have at least 2 all elements, all your common boons go up to rare, which would affect just my special boon. Definitely not that compelling. Let's take the Bridal Glow now, I guess. It hit Title Ring. I mean, that's certainly not bad. And you are offering Palm. This is without taking a hit, right? I don't know that I care enough about a Palm to do more fighting. And I think this legitimately might be the shop right before the boss time. Yep. There's the footprints. Okay. Ice Strike level up. That's fine. I guess it's Hereditary Bane. None of these are super compelling. I guess Rousing Reception to lay down... I don't know. I'm just going to take Hereditary Bane. Alright, and now we try not to lose to the dog. It's not the easiest fight in the world. Oh god. The red wave shooting skeletons are maybe some of the enemies with the highest kill rate on me in the first game. I don't know where the dog is, but... Oh, he wasn't actually up. He faked getting out of the ground. I was relying on the Dahasia burn to strip off his super shield, but apparently that's not the way that was going. I need tranquility. Okay. Now I need to get out of here. Oh, come on. He's overlapping all of his attacks. The game can hardly even keep up with them. Fuck you. He's actually in that. Oh no, I think he is. Where'd he go? Okay.
Then all three monstrously sharp-fanged heads of Cerberus bent low in shame.
Alright, so we made it through with one Death Defiance remaining. I almost wonder if it would have been better to spend it. I'm not going to. We have the opportunity there. And then try to take the Gorgon's Eye. But I'm going to stick to the Luckier Tooth plan. And we're just going to heal up a lot. Somehow. Enough. I can make it through the Chronos fight on this much health. I can. This certainly doesn't hurt, though. And you know what? Give me some seeds, too. Alright. 200 health with 2 Death Defiances.
I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this.
We have a pretty good damage output. Although, I'm going to have a harder time hitting Chronos with the actual blasts. He's much more mobile. It's nice that the tranquility gain does it does charge you up while you're frozen in time. It's like, yeah, I'm being tranquil. That makes sense. How are there so many spawns? Definitely a room to use this in. Yeah, that the God sent part of that boon, or the God sent part of that hex is going to save us a lot around here. Okay, poppy seed, great. That's not even visible. Okay, that effect faded away eventually. We're doing okay so far on these rooms. And I am trying to give Marble as much of a chance to spawn as possible. Yeah, so I think our plan in every one of these rooms is Omega cast, Omega special, and then drop the... that charges enough to drop the thing. Ow. Let me get my magic back here. That was a shit ton of damage. Frosty Veneer is great here. Yeah, really, really happy to have that. And we're still looking for Marble. Probably glowing coal, right? Well, it's only 60 damage, and I don't do this as often. Like, I throw probably a larger number of punches than glowing coals. But this is not 60 damage per hit. I'm actually really not sure. Fish is not Marble.
Water-dwelling denizen is she to find?
I got fooled. I got 2 tenths and I got fooled. Things readjust their aim way more than I'm expecting them to, pretty much every time. Beautiful. 5 encounters. You know what? Am I going to archaic seal the Python scales? No, I'm just going to take the Python scales and trust that they will carry through Typhon. Or Chaos. Yeah, we're pretty close.
A brief respite awaits.
Controlled burn. We're going to be getting controlled burns a lot. But also slow cooker is 12 base damage multiplied by all the things we have that multiply stuff, and it doesn't cost any extra magic. Also, I like having lots of infusions. This I am, like, kind of overjoyed about, honestly. Alright, a couple of poppy seeds is actually really rad.
Oh, that's a swell.
Don't love any of this, if I'm honest. I guess I'm gonna, like, we don't need gold or healing, really. I guess I'm gonna take Hydraulic Might for the first time ever.
Whom do you take me for? You think I shall simply roll over and accept this?
This is me pointedly not answering that question, so as to not get murdered by a goddess. Yes, it is. I'm doing an okay job surviving here so far. Yeah, really, that wasn't that bad.
Why are we fighting, Blast? You truly are one of us to get such a rise out of me.
Damaging effects from Olympians are stronger for each boon giver you have. I actively do not want to replace my sprint, and proper upbringing does almost nothing. But it's not literally nothing. Extended family is going to improve the damage of glowing coal and the splash. Probably froth. It's a bunch. It's a bunch of things. It should be good, actually. Plus fire for slow cooker. This is active for 4 more encounters, so you know what? I really do want another Path of the Stars. It was weird. It just didn't go off the first time I hit it. Okay, so we have 5 picks left. What do we want to make sure we get? Do we need excess? You know, it's not bad. It's like power, purpose, power, excess, numbness. That is a pretty real hex. You survived. Yeah, honestly, we punch pretty hard at this point. I don't actually need any of this. By the way, notice, no marble. like this. So many orbs chasing us. Yep, we went until our scales fell off and still did not find any marble. Oh, is that the sound? Nope, that's a sad ghost. Well. I'm sorry, Ghost. I did not mean to sound disappointed. Some cool news. We're going to be able to buy out this whole shop. You know what? At this point, fine. Oh, we can't quite buy out the whole shop. That sucks. There's a small chance the Dying Wish does something meaningful. I guess, you know what? Proper upbringing is going to upgrade the damage of my special. Fine, I will take it. That's true, it did upgrade Bridal Glow. 10%. It did a couple of things. We don't need this, and then I'm 2 gold short of this. If I had not bought like those extra seeds, we would have gotten an extra 3 moon powder. 2 gold. How do you foresee something like that? All right, Hulk smash.
Great Shiva, grant to Cassynth your full destructive force.
What did you call that old witch whom you seem to care about so much? Your headmistress? Tell me now exactly who she is, if you yet value her well-being in the least.
See, that's interesting. We've not really had... It seems like all of the gods and Underworld figures know each other.
She was my mother's handmaiden, nothing more. When you attacked my father's house, she took me away. When I came of age, I vowed to stop you, despite her efforts to dissuade me. Let her go.
At first I thought perhaps that you were a child of Zeus rather than Hades. But you are a terrible liar, granddaughter. Now you shall suffer for your actions, or the handmaiden shall do so in your stead.
Alright, my plan for the beginning of this fight is just to go directly for his throat, because when we lay down the first hex, it's going to kill off all of the goons, no matter what.
Don't you touch her!
It's an actual emotional rise. Why isn't it going off? I pressed it like 4 times.
You dusted off old Hestia.
Great timing there. A little tranquility. Yep, I sure am. I'm feeling pretty okay about that. Well, shit.
Even now. Again you lay me low, and again you waste your time. I know what it is you seek.
I ended up basically not using the Omega charge, or the Omega attack part of our build at all, and I was feeling kind of bad about it, so I thought I'd kill him with the first one that we've done in like 2 worlds, maybe?
Shut up and die, Titan. And know these moments as you writhe shall be your last. Mere void awaits.
You truly think the Mirror of Night shall grant you such power? It holds no sway here any longer. You shall see.
Okay.
Now for Zagreus to do his part.
Didn't even end up using any of the Death Defiances. Yeah, that was a pretty fun build overall. I don't know that we really got a ton of benefit. Well, I mean, like, Neurotic Creation gave us 3 points on Slow Cooker and made it so Frosty Veneer was actually active before the very end. But at the very end, we would have had it anyway. I don't know. In any case, we got there. This is what matters.
Nothing but sand. Not here. The past provides the guarantee.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on, Headmistress. To the abyss of the subconscious, I descend. Night and darkness, guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time. All right, need to calm myself. Can't make him more nervous than me. Whew. Okay, focus.
What if something happened? Wait. Melinoe, you've returned. You've no idea how much difficulty I had falling asleep so I could see you here again. So what's the word? Have you prepared the spear?
Take hold of Gygaros and we'll find out. A couple of points first. 1, you'll have to go immediately to where Chronos resides. And 2, our connection with each other shall probably be lost. I'll be counting on you to succeed.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. But before we do this, you're certain there's no other way? You've nicely asked Grandfather to stand down, that sort of thing?
Oh, the one thing I forgot to do.
We're far past level-headed conversation here. I can't imagine he'll be more amenable to persuasion in your time than mine. And as I understand, nicely asking our father if you could leave the Underworld had mixed results for you.
Fair point. You really think this Spear of Fathers has the power to destroy a deathless Titan?
It shall in just a moment, so hold it close. May earth and night and darkness hear me now. Bring true death for the deathless by my vow. Dissolution of time.
Gygaros, it's grown hot to the touch, but feels much lighter than before as well. I suppose I should be careful not to prod somebody with it. Besides Chronos.
Go, Zagreus. I've done everything I can here. And we'll see each other again. Some other time than this, perhaps. But still. For now, farewell.
Goodbye, Melinoe. I hope this works.
What now? What is all that infernal racket? Science fools is to be caught. Guards! Guards! Guards!
Oh, hello.
Look down there. You lack the clothing of the satyrs hooves, and have a countenance which I know not.
You must be Grandfather. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm called Zagreus. I got a tip about your quite suspicious cabin here and had to go take a look. What are you doing here, if I may ask?
Recuperated. What else would I possibly be doing in a place such as this? So I suppose Hades is the thing for this new grandchild of mine. I never thought that I would see the age when he became a father for himself.
Oh, he's a wonderful father, if you must know. So much so, I have a little sister, too, Melinoe. Looks more like our dear mother Persephone, the Underworld Queen, though has a bit of your son's prickly personality, I think. You'd love her.
Why are you telling me all this? Such immediately lets my satyrs tear into shreds. Where are those blasted satyrs anyhow?
Grandfather, I'm telling you all this because I thought I'd make a little small talk here before I do you in. You would bring pain and suffering upon my house, and as our designated security specialist, I cannot allow that.
What do you know of my intent? You dare speak to me of pain and suffering? Here I have wrought it since an eon prior to when you were but a twinkle in your father's eye. His brothers, traitors and usurpers.
They're your children. Look, you don't have to like them all the time, I know I don't. But what of Melinoe and me? Are you prepared to sweep us into your old grudge?
I will not. Your father surely has already poisoned you against me. You and your little sister both.
Would I be speaking to you if that were the case? Here's the arrangement. Either take pity on your grandchildren, or take this spear repeatedly. And you won't soon recuperate, I swear. Which is it going to be?
You who threaten me with annihilation have not experienced a world without time. You would come to dearly miss my influence. Nor would my pity do you any good. How exactly would you seek to manifest?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps just by being our grandfather rather than sneaking underneath the house in some sort of profane chamber I ought to have known about. Your time. Why don't you extrapolate a bit?
Extrapolate what? A joy-filled life in which Grandfather Time is there to coddle the spoiled children of my murderous son. He shall drive that accursed spear through me on sight if you do not.
No, because you'll be under my protection. And also, no, it won't just be a joy-filled life, especially if you keep on. But it'll probably be better than whatever this is. Now make your choice already. I don't have all day or night.
Severin, a future with such grandchildren as you, or the eternal void. How can I possibly decide?
That's it, I'm stabbing you.
Wait.
That is so much more talking than was necessary.
Perhaps the fates themselves always knew my plans would be undone again. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, hence I go.
Huh.
You said yourself Mother could use some rest. Why don't you join her?
Already said
I can keep an eye on things.
No, Nyx is with the Queen. Nor shall I leave my daughter unattended.
Unattended? You act like I may not be the best influence on her.
I do not act.
The back keepsake. I mean, do I just float out here in front of him?
Oh, hello. Well, this is a rare treat. The both of you together in this lounge. What brings you here, Grandfather?
I yet to seek the girl's whereabouts is what. I have turned over this residence in its entirety and found nary a sign. She is already as elusive as you always were, Hades.
That or your old senses have dulled. She went running over there by the head chef, where she yet lingers in silence. Go before her patience wears thin.
We're playing hide and seek.
What Father meant to say was, no, we've no idea where my good son's little sister is. She could be anywhere. Have you tried checking the administrative chamber? Gods, I sound like Hypnos.
I do appreciate the hint.
Keep up the good work.
Where are you, my girl?
This is nice. Like the fact that they make sure that you're familiar with the idea of her playing hide and seek with Hecate as she grew up, but it always being framed in such a martial way because everything was with Hecate, and then yeah, that makes this much more effective. Look at that little. Oh, that is adorable. You know, Supergiant sells merch. Do they sell a little Cerberus stuffy? Because they fucking should. That would sell like crazy.
There you are at last. You might have kept me searching for a while yet, that you found such a secure hiding point amid those shadows.
It sure took you long enough. I was beginning to think I might never see you again.
That is precisely what your father said when Zagreus first brought me here. Well, are we to suffer through another round?
No, this game is too easy. Tell me another one of your tales about the Golden Age.
She looks weird in red.
Perhaps when you are older, lest your father be displeased. If you defy him, you merely get a mild reprimand. If I defy him, I get cut to little bite-sized bits, which then are sprinkled throughout Tartarus.
Ew! Well, if father ever does that, I shall simply go find all the bits and put you back together again.
Spoken with the generosity of youth. You are the only one around here who would say such things, Millenoi.
Truly? But don't the others like you, grandfather?
Oh, they can never get enough of me, my girl. Except, we still have had our differences. But let me not concern you with the past. The only time that matters is right now. And right now... Tag, you are it.
Hey, no fair!
Truly bizarre.
Still here. Oh gods, Zagreus. Something's going on out there.
Titan.
What?
Go on.
Prepare to suffer for all that you've done, wretch. Or shall I stay my hand merely because you made the mistake of loosening your hold on me?
This was no mistake. Nor shall I seek mercy from the likes of you, witch. Do with me as you must. I cannot.
Chronos. Headmistress. What happened? What's going on?
Millenoi. Where are we? One instant I discovered that our enemy invaded Erebus, and the next I know he's groveling about my feet. How is this possible? What have you done?
I did everything as planned, but Zagreus, I told him, I warned him. In his time, he was supposed to run the Titan through and end all this.
Zagreus spared me, took me in, and from that point, I led what came to be an altogether different life, which I now realize was but a dream, a delusion. Yet still, you changed my course.
And you take me for a fool. You suddenly recall having this chat with Zagreus a while back, and now you're having all these second thoughts?
Second thoughts? Oh, far, far more. Here, in this house, you had delighted in a hiding game when you were very small. And you and Zagreus would fight, but out of love, not in the bitter way we fought. I did not realize there could have been this other past of mine. This better past.
Okay, that's interesting. So he has both sets of memories.
A better past? But none of it occurred. Nothing changed. You should be gone, not flooded with false memories. I would never have grown up cheerily with you. I don't understand.
None of us understand ourselves entirely. Millenoi, this wretch is overcome and shan't be using his old tricks again. End him.
It is curious. So, like, I guess that's one way of resolving the paradox, right? Which is the idea, like, you just merge the selves of the different timelines. But if that timeline was created and now, you know, equally existed, and the memories of it are in Chronos' head, shouldn't that also be the case for Millenoi? Like, at this point, everything up to the dual presence, they should all theoretically have. I mean, listen, magic, you know. Time travel, quote unquote, science is always magic in time travel stories. Then on top of that, we got like magic here.
Yes. Finish what you set your mind to, granddaughter. For I have no desire to exist in such a world with all of you like this. Not for one moment longer.
Silence. You'll exist in this world until I say otherwise. Now enough talk. Release our family from your hold.
Our family? Granddaughter, I shall not release them now. You shall. And I await their judgment and your own.
Father, mother, brother.
Father, what? Why have you brought me here? And the others? What is the meaning of all this?
You know, it didn't even strike me. We were like on the momentum as we were running through Biome 4 there. It didn't even strike me that we were never shown Hades' room.
Ask your daughter, Hades. Perhaps she can explain better than I. As for the Queen and Prince and all the rest, the Princess needs but to remind them who they are. Go on, then.
Stay where you are.
I don't think that was necessary. He doesn't seem to be interested in going anywhere.
Queen Persephone, Prince Zagreus, return to us.
Hades,
Mother.
Melinoi, you're all grown up. Oh, my heart.
Melinoi, it's you. You did it. Me, I nicely asked Grandfather to stand down after all, long before you were even born. Oh, my head.
They shall recover. Give them time. Now send me to the blasted void already. You, son, or that witch, or you, granddaughter, one of you. I'm weary of incessant bickering. You long for a world without me? It is yours.
Wait, no. Sister, don't. Don't you remember? Grandfather, he was there when you were growing up. Was it a dream? It couldn't have only been a dream. Just please give him a chance.
Zagreus, you need not advocate for me again. What we experienced was a possibility and nothing more. And you, Melinoi, to think I put you through all this. Take your vengeance.
I ought to take my vengeance on you both. Zagreus, I trusted you with our entire family's future. And no, I don't remember any of what you and this Titan claim. How convenient that only you seem to recall it.
How convenient. You cast your dream time witch magic on us. And if you still think destroying Grandfather will make this ridiculous family's problems go away, then no wonder your fancy spell didn't quite work out.
Enough! No fighting is permitted in this blasted house. Especially not between the two of you. Do you intend to wind up old and wretched and wrathful like him? Like me?
Lord Father, it was my wrath that brought me to this point. And how can you possibly compare yourself? Look what the Titan did to you.
We did this to each other. Gods and Titans, doomed to live forever, yet learn nothing all the while. Do as you must, but take no vengeance in my name.
I may yet take vengeance in my own name. But let us first make certain Chronos shall undo the harm he caused. All of it. Zagreus wants to give him a chance. I want him to give us back the time we were denied.
Then he shall have his chance. You hear that, Father? By the grace of the Princess of the Underworld, you have one chance to return what you took. Bring this house to order to start with. My eyes burn at the very sight of this place.
This is really interesting, because, like, what you took is such an interesting way of putting it, given our position in the timeline. Because it is, I feel like usually stories of, like, magic time travel are told differently than this. It's like there is, you know, you could say something was very much taken from the Melinoi who grew up. I guess something was taken from the possibility of the Melinoi who grew up without the family, you know, being kidnapped and everything. And he could restore that to her but in a very real way, we are not her. And that kind of doesn't do anything for us. Boy, the ideas of like justice and restoration, the kinds of ideas of justice and restoration that we have built in our society really break down around time travel and alternate dimensions.
I cannot change what already occurred, Hades. I am an old titan, as you say. All I have ever known is how to move forward. But if you and my grandchildren would have it, I can make time for this house of yours and everything.
Then be so kind as to get these chains off me so we can get to work.
And so the Princess of the Dead remained in the House of Hades with the Titan of Time and the rest, to aid in the recovery of however much was not forever lost. The rightful Underworld King and Queen were swift to organize this relatively painless task, and Shades of the Dead, still loyal to their cause, answered the call. They and the Titan picked up many pieces of the past. And soon, the house grew more like how it used to be. But then, a summons from Olympus arrived, and the princess knew her stay had reached its end.
Well, this is it.
Hey.
She is very reluctant to go.
Well, I think we can fix up the rest of this place on our own. Thank you for all your help. Especially the part where you liberated us from our temporal prisons and whatnot.
Believe me, I had nothing better to do. Anyhow, we'll have to find a way to cross paths out there. And each keep an eye on Chronos as we tie up some loose ends.
You're not still angry with me, are you? For, not murdering our grandfather in an utterly defenseless state? I wish you could remember growing up with him. You got on rather well. He made you laugh more than I did.
In this dream past only you and he recall, I'm still uncertain how to feel about this possibility of a more pleasant life. Right now, I'd simply settle for a calmer one.
Yeah, it's really interesting that she never gets the thing that... It's hard to even call it something that our version of Millenoi lost, because it's something we never had. But it is something we feel, owed. It's something we feel should have been ours, is rightfully ours. Then again, I mean, you can't live your life by the rules of what royal people think is rightfully theirs. That and reality may never meet.
You don't seem like the settling sort. Anyway, I know this isn't goodbye, and we'll be seeing each other. Though, still, I'll miss you, little sister. And do send Hypnos back if he can't wake up on his own.
He'll wake up. I'm going to miss you too, big brother. Take care of everyone, all right?
I do think this is a pretty good look for Zagreus.
I will. You take care too.
His new model and his new portrait. May I finally pet the dog, please?
The notoriously fearsome triple-headed monster Cerberus rests in his favored spot, and now regards the Princess of the Dead with 3 expressions different than before.
Well, boy, this must be the next best thing to guarding the Underworld's gates. Say, do I have your permission to give you a scratch? The way my brother demonstrated before. You're a fine dog.
He is aware.
I like the way that the one head was totally into it, and the other head was far less trusting of her than he is of Zagreus when Zag does it. And the middle head, of course, indifferent to all.
Moonlight, guide us.
You are as certain in this as is she, Witch of the Crossroads. It is no burden to you, then, to look after her and care for her, as we would have, had none of this occurred.
I like his brooch with Persephone's iconography in it. That's actually really nice.
I am not her mother, my lord, no substitute for all that she has lost. Yet I once swore to you that no harm shall come to her, and that vow remains. And I shall always care for her, whether she resides with me or not.
And you, Millenoi, your mind is set. Though I am unsurprised, I nonetheless must ask, for your decision here is irreversible by laws much older than my own. To serve the unseen.
Is to serve in shadow. I know full well, Father, and do not make this decision lightly, but I can't leave the crossroads. Especially when my duty isn't yet complete, given what Chronos said about these other possibilities we face.
This new venture of his, such a toil for you. To have been instrumental in altering time as we know it, only to be charged with keeping it that way.
Oh, I don't mind. This matter is close to my heart. I suppose I'll either be a timekeeper or a time killer, depending on if Chronos continues to be on his best behavior.
It is as though he lived a different life up to this point. I still find it rather difficult to accept. Your Uncle Zeus shall have to judge for himself.
Lord Uncle has our full report. We'll see what he decides. All this is going to be an adjustment, isn't it? But I'll see you again soon, and Mother, and Cerberus, and Zagreus. Our responsibilities should mean our paths cross plenty often.
All part of what we now shall do. Cerberus has already taken to rampaging through the fields of his own accord, and your mother and I shall not be far. As for your brother, he always turns up.
I'll be counting on it. I'm glad you're back, Father.
Shadows conceal you.
Okay, and she feels she has, regardless of her feelings about the house and her family, she feels she has at this point developed a responsibility to the unseen and relationships that cannot so easily be put aside by a thing so small as the reparation of the timeline. You're goddamn right I'm Employee of the Month.
My beautiful daughter. I still can hardly believe it's you. It's said that children grow up in the mere blink of an eye, but this was too fast. Much too fast.
Oh, Mother. I got here as quickly as I could, but it took some time. Didn't it, Grandfather?
It did. Queen Persephone, would that I could give back all the moments and the memories which I denied you in my fervor. Those who say time can be so cruel, they are right.
They also say time heals all wounds, though I've yet to verify that claim, especially with all our house servants still recovering. Forgiveness in our family is hard-won, Chronos, although it seems you've all eternity to try.
And for that matter, all eternity to locate the three fates. Still no sign of them at all, even with Nyx's aid.
None. I cast them into the abyss. Had I but known precisely where, they would have known how to get back. Yet if my hypothesis about other such possibilities as I experienced is correct, we may find them.
This hypothesis of yours about the flow of time, you're certain we need to keep conditions similar to how they've been to verify it?
Ah, yes. That is the only way to test a theory properly. For it seems that my own understanding of the flow of time was flawed.
Something to rectify. Mother? Thank you for your hospitality and everything. It's been wonderful to see you.
You too. Knowing how things go, we'll see each other again before we know it. And you're dismissed as well, Chronos. You've done your part for now, however small.
Yeah, it's really... Okay, so, like... Millenoi was able to repair the damage for her brother by manifesting for Chronos the version of the world where he doesn't do monstrous things and then receive the recompense for his actions. And it's like, you so often see this kind of story in the other direction, I guess. It's where, like, you know, you see the moment that the person became the monster, and it's like, how do we avert that? I'm thinking of things like Looper here, where it's like the answer is almost always some kind of act of violence that takes someone out of the timeline, that prevents some kind of other worse act. You prevent some kind of trauma by removing something. But here, it's not even preventing the trauma, it's healing the wound that would have caused the trauma in the first place. It is like an active de-perpetuation of the cycle of abuse. But Malinois isn't the one who gets things back because Malinois is already traumatized. It's I don't want to say it's too late for her, but in terms of getting to live without the scar, it is too late for her. And all she can do is make things better for someone else. All she can do is recognize, but she doesn't really recognize it, right? It's Zagreus who recognizes it. And it's not, and it is Zagreus who recognizes it. It's not just like he goes wild on his own, because he sees the future of his former conflict in this thing and is able to turn it around because of the past that he experienced, because of the wound that he was able to heal, or at least was able to be around for the crucial moment of the healing of. It's remarkably complex. And it doesn't really map to real world like trauma and abuse dynamics very well because, again, of the time travel and the alternate dimensions. But and then the idea of the maintenance of the mechanical status quo being that you are fending off alternate timelines and searching through them for a way to recover the fates and a way to undo some things that you haven't been able to undo, but that you have to maintain conditions somewhat close so that you are searching timelines that are close to the one in which those things happened rather than timelines that are close to a different set of conditions. I think does work for me as a story conceit for maintaining the mechanics. I think this is all really interesting and yeah, so far I like this ending.
You have my gratitude, O Queen, and my pledge. At least this house is mostly to your preference again. Beyond these halls, of course, much more is to be done.
Yes, well, Father shall see to the ongoing Underworld renovations. Sounds as though he's done this sort of thing before. As for us, our chariot is here.
That it is. I am prepared.
Thank you for being here.
Only because of you.
Do we? Oh, I go outside, right? No, that makes sense.
Sister Selene. Great mix.
My faithful Eye of Night, my child. Thank you for ensuring that our realm remains secure and keeping watch above it all. I never doubted that I could count on you.
But Mother, had our watch been more dependable, then none of this would have transpired. I failed you, yet you praise me.
Trying times shall always come about. Now go, and whenever you ride through the dark of the sky, remember, I am always there.
Thank you, Mother, and farewell for now.
Farewell.
I must say, I did not expect that we could ever draw you down this far, sister. Perhaps not even headmistress in all her experience.
If you are ready, little star, then let us go, lest we outstay our greetings and farewells. I am honored to have seen these halls, and to return to Shadow with you on this night in victory, not haste.
Come, Malinois, for all the reasons that Selene says. We have a delivery that we must make besides.
Then let's be off. If only Artemis were here, this could have been a proper Silver Sisters reunion, couldn't it?
Then let us ride into the dark above. And do be careful to hold on as we depart.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, daughter.
to fly like this each night?
If I may briefly interrupt, we have arrived at our initial destination, everyone. Olympus is not far from here.
I do appreciate the ride upon your gleaming chariot, O Moon, but it is time for me to go. Perhaps my conversations with Hades have prepared me to face my other sons.
Lord Uncle Zeus asks that you come alone. He and Olympus may not be quite as merciful as Father was, but how you act with them shall help determine that. They ought to be expecting you by now.
And I ought never to be late. Perhaps they shall at least permit me to assist you from here on in case you do retrace your steps. Till then, farewell. And thank you, granddaughter. My timekeeper. Right. Off I go.
Well, good evening.
Thought we'd drop in.
Lord Apollo and Lady Artemis.
It's a beautiful night, Lady Selene, and you must be the esteemed witch of the Crossroads. You've trained my cousin very well indeed to have brought Chronos to our heights, still in one piece.
Fine, Apollo, I was incorrect for once. No need to boast. Melinoi, I may have wagered that you'd cut the Titan to ribbons sooner than you'd bring him here.
I know it's unimaginable, but he came here willingly, and Lord Zeus wanted to speak to him in private. Wait, does that mean you were kicked out of your house?
Well, we consider it a palace, but, no. No, we've been appointed to escort you to the Crossroads as a symbol of our family's unity, and come bearing a gift. Shall we be off?
We ride.
Here we go.
Before the dawn, only dark shrouds the sky. In the east, when the sun begins to rise, shadows stretch their gloomy figures, shifting until the twilight comes now.
Okay, I think the lyrics part's over now. Obviously, I wasn't going to talk over that.
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, restored to his rightful throne alongside splendorous Persephone, the queen. The attacks upon Olympus finally ceased, and ever since, the gods governed our world with newfound care. As for the princess of the dead, Melinoe, she stayed in steady touch with all her family from the dark comfort of the shadows that had long since been her home. And she and the Silver Sisters kept their secret vigil over all the realms forevermore.
May it all turn out that way in time, Homer. Though, what am I going to do with myself now that my task is finally complete? Well, I suppose I have eternity to figure it out.
I mean, it sounds like your task is very much not complete. Mission accomplished. Picture of Melinoe in a flight suit. Yeah, so as far as the restoration of the status quo of the gods ruling over everything, they ruled over with more care is, I guess, the best that humanity is going to get out of this story, and that is a shame. It depends on how much more care and what is actually meant by that and how real it is. Chronos, hi, I love you.
Don't think I forgot about you, little one. We really did it, didn't we?
But it was mostly you, and we all know that.
Hey, so what exactly happened around here? Did you complete your big important task? Because that's what I'm hearing from the other shades.
Well, for the most part, yes. My family is back. My mother and father are restored to the Underworld throne, and my brother's back too. But we have many details to sort out, and the Titan Chronos is going to be assisting us with that.
The Titan you said you were going to slay this whole time. Assisting us. Hate to say it, Mel, but sounds to me like you totally blew it. At least the Titan part.
He's no longer himself, or rather, no longer the way he used to be, and we'll be closely watching him.
Sure. So then, congratulations are in order, basically?
Well, if you like.
I do. Congratulations, Mel.
Yeah, the only way to avert the cycle of destruction being to show one of the participants, when it comes to be his turn, what the world could be like if it didn't happen. If he was the one to not throw the next stone. And again, repair the present for them with an understanding of a future that could be, but that never comes to be for anybody except, man, it is rather complicated.
Then?
Thematically.
Another prophecy.
Okay, I did it. Reach the lowest aspect with the aspect of Shiva.
The fates. They're out there.
So we're gonna have a look at a couple more things here before we jump over to the new version of the ending. This is just gonna be a really long episode. So be it.
I salute you.
How are you faring lately, Headmistress? You've been, well, more reserved than I expected since the House of Hades. You said we'd speak more later.
How soon later turns to now. Look, Melinoe, I ought to be in a more celebratory mood, given what you finally achieved. I am, above all, very proud of you. But being back at the house awakened memories that ought to remain dormant.
Even though you got to see Mother and Father again, and Nyx. They were so grateful to you, I could tell. I am so grateful to you. Things may not have gone precisely as we planned, but the result is what we sought, isn't it?
You refer to Chronos. I long to see that wretch destroyed. My heart remains poisoned by the thought. I am attempting still to draw that poison out. Do give me time.
I remember you once told me that destroying Chronos would not change the past, and that the pain would linger.
end, I was probably correct. Yet we cannot help but reassess the turns our lives take, through our own choices and otherwise. Anyhow, are you prepared to carry on?
Nearly so. Retracing my steps should be interesting.
Of that, I have no doubt.
And it is interesting the way that, like, this is, if anything, probably more painful for, like, Hecate and Malinois, the people who suffered most directly because of what Chronos did. Because of the fact that they now have to sort of, like, learn how to process and get through that anger while having to deal with him all the time, which is surely, you know, it's not going to be the most pleasant thing.
Lady Medea needs this for who only knows.
But if I give her the tear, then I don't get my weapon. I didn't do anything else in particular here.
It's done.
No touching.
Yeah, I do think, well, let's talk to everybody in the camp once, and then I think we'll jump over to see what the other ending looks like.
Finally back from your father's house. Was Hecate all right? After the Titan got her, I ought to have taken guard duty more seriously, and won't soon forgive myself is all.
Headmistress would only want for you to learn from it. I half wonder if she let herself be taken just to get closer to our mark. Perhaps go speak with her.
Yeah. And what of Chronos? Heard he isn't really dead and gone. How come everybody's cheering for you then?
He's dead and gone in the sense that we have neutralized the threat he posed. I now shall have to grow accustomed to having him as a grandfather rather than a hated foe.
Don't see why he can't be both.
Right.
This was never part of the task, and not like you to stray from the objective. We sure this supposedly neutralized Titan of Time is to be trusted?
Headmistress sealed his strongest powers just in case. At any rate, we did it, Nem. The task is finally complete.
Then how come you look like you're headed out again? Heard there's still more time-related business to sort out.
Well, yes, but...
Then we're not done.
No, we are not.
Hail the princess of the Underworld.
I don't know if y'all can tell, you little sort of a complicated relationship with some of my family members that I'm trying not to let bleed into the analysis too much.
You found a path to victory and got us there. Wouldn't have been much of a plan if it didn't leave room to improvise. Of course, our plan now also has this other phase as a result.
Cleaning up after Chronos. I know you thought I would get rid of him, but my family is better off not knowing such a thing could even be done, except to real monsters.
I well and truly understand, Goddess, and do believe your choice was wise. As for what's next, everything is ready for you to proceed if and when you are.
I want your counsel here, Odysseus. Should we be doing this? Ensuring time flows freely forward. The remnants of the Titan's legions likely won't be happy to see me retracing my steps like nothing happened.
My personal opinion is it doesn't hurt to try. To the extent you had other matters to resolve, consider it an opportunity to do so. And we'll always be anticipating your return.
Then let's give it a go. Still asleep. Your mother and the rest are safe, Lord Hypnos. They'll surely be expecting your return and presumed you'd wake after all this, but you're still sound asleep. Well, don't worry. I made you a promise, and I intend to keep it.
And so she sticks a couple of books of stamps to his head.
A gift from Olympus looks good by Father's fountain.
The sun and moon, two sides forming a whole, a newfound symbol of the union twixt Olympus and the Underworld, and a gift to the crossroads from the gods themselves.
Lord Hephaestus must have crafted this himself. Generously provided by Apollo and Artemis.
So I did see the garbage on the ground up here.
Your task is finally complete. Perhaps the fates knew you'd succeed, but I couldn't always be certain, although I held to what could be considered hope.
And your support made it possible, Lord Moros. For one thing, if you hadn't intervened when I was trying to reach the surface, Typhon might have reduced Olympus to ruin.
Doom averted. We children of Nyx have already heard that Mother is no longer bound in Tartarus. You have our deepest gratitude. Certainly mine. Well then, what happens now?
I suppose I ought to go make certain everything's in order. My father started renovations to the Underworld, and I volunteered to help clean up. The surface needs it too.
Then it sounds like I may see you again soon?
Absolutely.
Mr. Spot. It isn't so trouble. The Chronos stuff I'm hearing, he's really calling it quits? And he let Nyx and everybody off? What did you do to him?
Working with my brother in a bygone time, we flooded our grandfather's mind with a cascade of new memories of the family he then realized he always had, creating in him a profound and sudden change. Why? What's your concern?
Or not even really a profound and sudden change, but a gradual, rich change that hit him profoundly and suddenly from our perspective.
My concern is that you ruined everything. So now we'll all have peace and harmony, joyful reunions, apologies, promises to never let this type of thing happen again? Ugh!
Have you met our families, Eris? It's never that simple.
It better not be, or I'll never forgive you.
Also, we both know you're not going to stop shooting at me, so... Alright, I guess let's go say howdy to Skelemius.
Grandfather should be somewhere up ahead. Let's see how this goes.
We regroup with Chronos both above and below.
All hail our victorious princess of the Underworld! The rousing tales of your great accomplishment preceded you, young one, and I am here to heap still further praise. Great job back there with all the Chronos stuff.
Thank you very much, Commander. Though, what are you still doing here? I kept expecting you'd return to your honorary post at the house, but eventually I had to depart.
Well, you are not exactly done with everything, are you? I see you eyeballing the gateways out, wondering what's gonna happen now. So as long as you're here, so am I.
So then you're sworn to us. To me.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
He's safe and sound.
Sadly, no way for us to get the two of them to meet, it seems. And we did not...
May need to take new vows.
We did not see an obvious way to unlock the last level of the Vow of Rivals. Okay. Darn this cough. Well, I think with that, all there would be to do from here would be to actually, like, commit to another run, and I reckon it's probably the same from there, right? So, I guess I'll see y'all in a second. I'll probably cut back in, like, right before entering Chronos' chamber. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm just about to set out on the run. I'm at the keepsake thing in camp here before heading out. And look at this. They locked up the moonbeam, and it's got a marker saying unavailable. This comrade is currently investigating the eradication of Typhon. That's awfully nice of them. I guess that's true for you as well. Yeah, okay. So I guess it's a good thing we didn't try to burn our Death Defiance and then equip the Gorgon amulet. But yeah, that's awfully nice. It turns out this shit just doesn't work. So I guess I'm going to change up my plan for the run slightly. But yeah. Anyway, see you in a second.
Great Shiva, grant to Cassynth your full destructive force.
Here we go.
What did you call that old witch whom you seem to care about so much? Your headmistress? Tell me now exactly who she is, if you yet value her well-being in the least.
She was my mother's handmaiden, nothing more. When you attacked my father's house, she took me away.
This looks the same.
Perhaps that you were a child of Zeus rather than Hades. But you are a terrible liar, granddaughter.
Alright, this build is pretty different and not as powerful. And I have fewer Death Defiances to play with here. Alright, I mean, we're getting through a chunk of his health pretty quickly here. Oh, you don't stand directly in that. This is no good. As you can see, I'm much more punching focused this time.
I grow weary of your antics, girl.
Oops. Well, that could have gone worse.
You cannot best my legion single-handedly.
I mean, he is right that I'm going to use both hands. He's got me there. No heals for you.
Preposterous. Cursed child. You wish to bring about the end of time? Well then observe, for I shall give you but a glimpse.
I didn't really want to stop and talk about like the difference in the build because I didn't think it mattered too much for the thing we're doing. But yeah, it's been a weird run.
Come finish what your father started, granddaughter. Do take it
Oh, hold on now.
yourself. Where do you think you are? Or perhaps the better question is when?
Okay, well, there's my Death Defiance. This is a whole different situation, huh?
Who exactly do you think I am? You take me for? And how could you possibly think you can bring about my destruction? But by all means, please go ahead and try. Or do it.
And he's certainly doing a lot more damage to me this time.
To leave the world in careless hands. You will be doing me a mercy. And saving me a great deal of trouble. Come on, stop me.
Okay, double scythe throw, that's new. Ah, extra Chronoses. Ow. Holy hell, holy hell.
Time is the one thing in this life which wants to scarf it. Never be recovered.
It does appear that I have infinite Death Defiances, actually. Come out of there.
My mother's handmaiden. You give her back. Right now.
Okay, so remember that thing I said about the context being different. Some amount of the build up to this point has been different. There have been, I believe, more overall. It takes more overall Underworld runs to get to this point than it did on the release build. And presumably that explains some of what's suddenly gone on here.
You care so much for this witch handmaiden of yours. Would that a single relative of mine showed me even an iota of concern?
What reason would they have to care? Look what you've done. You're trying to take everything from us. Our future.
We are family. We do not take, we share. Destroy me then, if you possess such strength, and see what future you shall bring about.
Then this is for that future. And our family.
Future and family.
Done here. Now for the final step.
So yeah, I got a very Ares focused build this time actually, with some like meat grinder and stuff, several sources of plasma, and then eventually sanguinary savior here. Any plasma that spills doubles in potency and is drawn to immediately, and with Grizzly Gain, obviously that meant we were doing pretty all right on magic after that point. Still a fair amount of Hestia and stuff. Yeah, very different build, very much more punchy.
For the moment, time stands still, stricken by the enchanted spear Gygaros, and temporarily susceptible to one final step the Princess of the Dead has planned.
Now for Zagreus to do his part.
That's also why I'm moving so fast.
Hold on,
because of all of that Grizzly Gain.
Okay. To the abyss of the subconscious, I descend. Okay, focus. Now, night and darkness, guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time. All right, need to calm myself. Can't make him more nervous than me.
This has to work. It has to. I mean, why wouldn't it? Everything she says has happened, will happen. Wait. Hey, sister. I know you might be ready to proceed with whatever you plan to do with Gygaros, but I'm not. After I left it for you, I started feeling some regrets.
All this must be so much to take in. I've been giving this a lot of thought, and there's an alternative I wanted to propose. You said before you've never even met Chronos. Let's say you find him in his fetid lair. What are the outcomes then?
Well, let's see. 1, I could murder him as we discussed. 2, I could fail miserably in the attempt. Or 3, we hit it off, have a rousing conversation, and become best mates.
My thoughts as well, more or less. Bear with me, but what if you could become best mates, as you say?
Wait, what? We'd have ourselves a nice grandson-to-grandfather chat. I could invite him to the house for a bottle of ambrosia. He's been festering a while. Perhaps he's keen for company. You're serious?
I am, but he's been festering for far too long, and very bitter that our family broke ties with him. His ambitions likely can't be changed, even in your time. Though, if nothing else, perhaps you can use such knowledge against him.
You really do mean he and I should have a chat? So we become best mates, what then? Oh. Huh. He wouldn't take over the house. He wouldn't have to. But Father would absolutely lose his mind if he sees him again.
Take Chronos in as prisoner. As security specialist, it ought to be within your right. He probably is far too proud to go quietly, but it's a chance.
Well, why not? He hasn't met me, right? Or you, for that matter. And he can't be harder to talk to than Father. I like this plan, sister. More than the kill-on-sight version, at least.
Good. But I need assurances that if the conversation does not go the way you wish, you will not hesitate to run him through.
Then here are those assurances. If I meet him, can't get through to him, don't like him, and determine he's a threat to you and all of us, I'll kill him. Then and there.
I believe you. All my life, I had this task. Death to Chronos. But that was never the goal. Only the means. If there's another way that works for all of us, it's worth a shot.
That was never the goal, only the means is really interesting. So yeah, like clearly they must have set up a lot more of Melinoe realizing that he is, that Chronos is like deeply miserable even in his supposed victory. And it's interesting. The original ending has Zagreus being the one to have the idea not to perpetuate the cycle of violence, which makes sense given his history and the fact that he has seen uniting and giving people a way to exist together work before. And Melinoe, it never occurs to, because she's just not it's not an idea that exists for her. She's raised from her youngest days as the Chronos killer, as this is the task, this is what's happening, this is what you need to do. It's interesting that she has the idea in this version of it. I really think I would have to see the build up to this point. I think it makes a lot more sense for her not to see the possibility, for it to be Zagreus who sees that.
And the plan is, once I find him, either we become best mates, or else it's death to Chronos, like you said. Do you truly think there's any possibility he comes around? That I won't have to kill him?
Knowing there are infinite possibilities, then I suppose so, yes. But I'm so angry with him still, and frightened about what may come to pass. He's taken so much from me, from all of us, and yet he wants his family back too. So go to him. One way or another, he'll get what's coming. We all will.
Yeah, she must take quite a journey over the course of the Underworld runs that we did not get to see any of.
All right, but we're getting your family back, not just his. Whew, this is a lot. To think the Spear of Fathers has the power to destroy a deathless titan.
It shall in just a moment, so hold it close. May earth and night and darkness hear me now. Bring true death to the deathless by my vow. Dissolution of time.
Gargaros, it's grown hot to the touch, but feels much lighter than before as well. I suppose I should be careful not to prod somebody with it, besides Chronos.
Go, Zagreus. I've done everything I can here, and we'll see each other again. Some other time than this, perhaps, but still. For now, farewell.
Goodbye, Melinoe. I hope this works.
What now? What is all that infernal racket? Silence, fools, lest you be caught. Guards! Guards! Guards!
Oh, hello.
Look else there. You lack the clothing of the satyrs' hooves, and have a countenance which I know not.
You must be grandfather. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm called Zagreus. I got a tip about your quite suspicious cabin and decided to go take a look. What are you doing here, if I may ask?
Recuperated. What else would I possibly be doing in a place such as this? So I suppose Hades is to thank for this new grandchild of mine. And I thought that I would see the age when he became a father for himself.
Well, he's a wonderful father, if you must know. My sole disappointment is that I've an only child. But he and my dear mother Persephone, the Underworld Queen, truly love each other, so down the line, one can hope.
Why are you telling me all this? And so immediately lets my satyrs tear me to shreds. Where are those blasted satyrs anyhow?
Grandfather, I'm telling you all this because I thought I'd make a little small talk here before I have to do you in. If you would bring pain and suffering upon my house. As our designated security specialist, I cannot allow that.
What do you know of my intent? You dare speak to me of pain and suffering? Here I have wrought it since an eon prior to when you were but a twinkle in your father's eye. He is brothers, traitors and usurpers.
They're your children. Father and I also used to fight. He'd grown isolated from Olympus, and Persephone and me didn't do him any good. What about you? We've only met. Are you prepared to sweep me into your old grudge?
If necessary, yes, of course. Your father and his brothers surely have already poisoned you and your entire generation against me.
Would I be speaking to you if that were the case? Here's the arrangement. Either come along quietly to a little surprise family reunion, or take this spear repeatedly, and you won't soon recuperate, I swear. Which is it going to be?
You, who threaten me with annihilation, have not experienced a world without time. You would have to dearly miss my influence. Nor shall I be shamed and ridiculed before my team. What do you have me do when they look upon me?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps just act like you're my grandfather rather than sneaking underneath the house in some sort of profane chamber I ought to have known about. Your time. Why don't you extrapolate a bit?
Extrapolate what? Actually feel the life in which Grandfather Time is there to coddle the spoiled child of my rancorous son. He shall drive an accursed spear through me on sight if you do not.
No, because you'll be under my protection. And also, no, it won't just be a joy-filled life, especially if you keep on. But it'll probably be better than whatever this is. Now make your choice already. I don't have all day or night.
Severin, a future with such grandchildren as you or the eternal void. How can I possibly decide?
That's it, I'm stabbing you.
Wait. All this time, for naught. Perhaps the fates themselves always knew my plans would be undone. Again. 3.
That moment is well executed.
1.
So it is interesting.
Hence I go.
That was mostly the same, but it's interesting how Chronos talks about Zagreus and his entire generation instead of Zagreus and Melanoe, and Zagreus talks about being an only child, but maybe there's one to come in the future. I guess maybe they slightly adjusted the timeline.
Is with the queen, nor shall I leave my daughter unattended.
Hi everybody.
Oh, hello.
I know where she is already.
Well, this is a rare treat. The both of you together in this lounge. What brings you here, grandfather?
I yet to seek the girl's whereabouts is what. I have turned over this residence in its entirety and found nary a sign. She is already as elusive as you always were, Hades.
That or your old senses have dulled. She went running over there by the head chef, where she yet lingers in silence. Go before her patience wears thin.
What father meant to say was, no, we've no idea where my good son's little sister is. She could be anywhere. Have you tried checking the administrative chamber? Gods, I sound like Hypnos.
I do appreciate the hint.
Keep up the good work.
Where are you, my girl? Aha! There you are at last. You might have kept me searching for a while yet, that you found such a secure hiding point amid those shadows.
It sure took you long enough. I was beginning to think I might never see you again.
That is precisely what your father said when Zagreus first brought me here. Well, are we to suffer through another round?
No, this game is too easy. Tell me another one of your tales about the Golden Age.
Perhaps when you are older, lest your father be displeased. If you defy him, you merely get a mild reprimand. If I defy him, I get cut to little bite-sized bits, which then are sprinkled throughout Tartarus.
Ew! Well, if father ever does that, I shall simply go find all the bits and put you back together again.
Spoken with the generosity of youth. You are the only one around here who would say such things, Melinoe.
Truly? But don't the others like you, grandfather?
Oh, they can never get enough of me, my girl. Except, we still have had our differences. But let me not concern you with the past. The only time that matters is right now. And right now... Tag, you are it.
Hey, no fair!
Is this the future? Or is it the past? Not merely mine, but yours, granddaughter. Everybody in this house.
Easy there, Cerberus.
Take that!
That's at last. Just like we trained.
Alright, this way, please.
Unbelievable.
What happened then?
I the bloodiest part.
These are really charming little vignettes.
I don't know if that's me. I finally won!
Last.
It's in the blood.
Focus.
Night and darkness guide me. I remember all of that.
Oh.
My life, the way it could have been. Oh gods, Zagreus, did it work? What's going on out there?
Titan.
What?
I...
Prepare to suffer for all that you've done, wretch. Or shall I stay my hand merely because you made the mistake of loosening your hold on me?
All of these newfound thoughts within my mind. Was all of this your doing, witch? I have no memory of you, and yet... Who are you?
Chronos, headmistress, wait! I think I can explain.
Melinoi, where are we? One instant I discover that our enemy invaded Erebus, the next I know he's groveling about my feet. How is this possible? What have you done?
Headmistress, you don't remember, because you weren't there with me. But as for you, Chronos, who am I now to you?
You are my granddaughter, Melinoi, whom I know both from this life and an altogether different one, which I now realize was but a dream, a delusion. So then, all I have left is this.
All that you see is what you wrought. As for this other life, how much of it do you recall?
Your youth here in this house with me. How you delighted in a hiding game when you were but a girl. How you and Zagreus would fight, but out of love. Not in the way we fought this very night. I did not realize there could have been this other past we shared. This better past.
A better past? Nonsense. None of it occurred. Nothing has changed. You should be gone, Titan. Not flooded with false memories.
All these memories that sprang to his mind, I remember them as well. A life I could have lived had the Titan never struck.
But I struck. Ever hated and shunned. Finish what you set your mind to, granddaughter. I have no desire to exist in such a world with all of you like this. Not for one moment longer.
Silence! Melinoi, come to your senses. Whatever you did, this wretch is finished and shan't be using his old tricks again. End him.
Wait, please, let me prove this to you. Chronos. Grandfather, listen to me. Steady yourself. Use what power you yet have, and release our family from your hold.
Our family? They are bound as yet. I had them bound. For all this time. What have I done?
Father, mother, brother.
My family. Where are we? Is this my house? Father, what is the meaning of all this?
Oh, Hades. Perhaps the princess can explain. As for the queen and prince and all the rest, Melinoi, they need but hear your voice. And I await their judgment and your own. Go on, then.
Queen Persephone, Prince Zagreus, Return to us.
Hades,
Mother.
Malinui, you're all grown up. But then, of course you are. Oh, my heart.
Malinui, it's really you. You look just like your nightmare reflection did. So long ago, before the little you was even born. Did we succeed? Oh, I'm shaking.
They shall recover. Give them time. And give me death. Go on and send me to the blasted void already. You son or that witch, or you granddaughter, one of you. For I am weary of it all. You long for a world without me. It is yours.
Grandfather, no. How could you say that after all we've been through together? I swore you'd be under my protection and... Oh, gods. What happened to this place?
I took this place as what, Zagreus? And ruined it. You need not advocate for me again. You never knew my real self. Merely a possibility and nothing more. And you, Malinui. To think I put you through all this. Take your vengeance.
No. Our family's had enough for now. Who else recalls what happened? Memories as vivid as any you hold dear, but of a separate life we might have lived. Mother, do you remember?
I do. You were insatiably curious as a child, and sometimes too much even for me to handle, so Zagreus and Chronos, they often helped take care of you.
I too remember now. That father was with us after Zagreus discovered him and took him in. Yet all the while, I have been a prisoner. His prisoner here in this time of ours.
Queen Persephone, Lord Hades, do not believe these falsehoods coursing through your minds. Even your son and daughter seem susceptible. You all have been manipulated by the Titan's spell.
Headmistress, that's not true. Don't you understand? The dissolution of time, this is how I manifested it. You always said the task was mine, as were the methods I employed. This was the path I chose.
Then you failed. Death to Chronos was the task, yet there he is. Malinui, what could possibly have compelled you to take such a course?
Your own teachings. To think for myself, not just do as I'm told. But if you still believe destroying Chronos will make our problems go away, then what are you waiting for?
I shall never forgive this Titan for what he has done. To this world, your family, you, or me.
Dear Hecate, my handmaiden, who said anything about forgiveness? I've never heard such pain in you. Last I recall in this life, just before Chronos struck, your task was to protect our daughter at all costs. And you did. You did.
In our moment of peril, you were the only one we could count on, esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. For that and more, you have our gratitude. For all eternity.
I did no more than was my charge, O King and Queen. And I remain as ever at your service. Well then, Malinui. What now?
What now? There is so much to be done. Bringing this house to order, for one thing. Mother, father, you've seen what was possible. Let us give Chronos one chance to make himself useful, starting with our restoration efforts. Would you grant me that?
Granted. We're not finished with you, Chronos. They say time heals all wounds. Prove it.
Granted, but only this one chance. By the grace of the Princess of the Underworld.
You would permit me such a chance? But I cannot change what already occurred. Cannot undo the unforgivable decisions I have made.
Your time itself. We're not demanding you move backward. We're demanding you move forward.
To move forward. That is all I have ever known. And I shall make time. Both for this house and everything.
Then be so kind as to get these chains off me so we can get to work.
And so the Princess of the Dead remained in the House of Hades with the Titan of Time and the rest, to aid in the recovery of however much was not forever lost. The rightful Underworld King and Queen were swift to organize this relatively painless task, and Shades of the Dead, still loyal to their cause, answered the call. They and the Titan picked up many pieces of the past. And soon, the house grew more like how it used to be. But then, a summons from Olympus arrived, and the princess knew her stay had reached its end.
Well, this is it.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Achilles.
Well, I think we can fix up the rest of this place on our own. Thank you for all your help. Especially the part where you liberated us from our temporal prisons and whatnot.
Believe me, I had nothing better to do. Anyhow, we'll have to find a way to cross paths out there. And each keep an eye on Chronos as we tie up some loose ends.
It must be hard to even look at him after everything he did. I can't help but be glad we're all here, but that's easy for me to say, not having been locked in a lifelong conflict.
I'll manage. You helped me realize there even was a path toward this outcome. As I faced Chronos in this house, I started to sense that being cut off from this family was consuming him.
It might have consumed him completely. Good thing we make a decent brother-sister team. Past and present real and imagined. And now we don't even need Dreamtime witch magic to stay in touch.
No, I suppose not. Feels like we've been through thick and thin together, doesn't it? Even without the memories of a wholly different and generally more pleasant life. Right now, I'd simply settle for a calmer one.
Come on, you're not the settling sort. Anyway, I know this isn't goodbye, and we'll be seeing each other, though still. I'll miss you, little sister. And do send Hypnos back if he can't wake up on his own.
He'll wake up. I'm going to miss you too, big brother. Take care of everyone, all right?
I will. You take care too.
The notoriously fearsome triple-headed monster Cerberus rests in his favored spot, and now regards the Princess of the Dead with 3 expressions different than before.
Well, boy, this must be the next best thing to guarding the Underworld's gates. Say, do I have your permission to give you a scratch? The way my brother demonstrated before. You're a fine dog.
The very best.
I do wonder what Achilles could possibly have to say here.
Heading out? Olympus doesn't like to be kept waiting, I know. We'll remember you here, lass. Somehow it still feels as if we've only met. What an unusual time.
That it is, Achilles, sir. I have these glimpses now of cherished moments I might have spent with you and the other house servants had the past but gone differently. Are the others doing well?
They seem to be. Your relatives recovered the most swiftly, but I think we're all still feeling some effects. And catching up on everything we missed, and aiding where we can.
I'll miss you all. This really does feel like a dream at times. I fear I may forget it, as one tends to do with dreams.
I trust you'll still remember what I always told you about fear. Please don't worry. I know we may not see you for a while, but I shall await whenever we may meet again.
As shall I.
Yeah, right. I forgot they do have like a whole life together in this version of the story.
It's been an honor, sir.
The honor is mine.
My beautiful daughter. We were just talking about you. How you were as a child. Both in this life and the other. Growing up is so difficult. And you had to do it twice.
Which makes me beyond fortunate. Hecate was the best caretaker I can imagine. And I'm so grateful to have experienced a life with you, Mother, where there was so much warmth. And now you've met this other side of me.
And I shall eagerly await getting to know this other side of you even better. And, Hecate, you're certain it's no burden to you to continue looking after her, just in case?
I swore to you that no harm shall come to your daughter, O Queen, and that vow remains. And I shall always care for her, whether she resides with me or not.
Then it's settled. And, Malinui, for what it's worth, I likewise opted not to live at home when I was in my youth.
Please reconsider this, Malinui. You cannot be serious about returning to that dusty glade. Your rightful home is here. And you may be unable to return whilst you are with us due to laws much older than ours. To serve the unseen
is to serve in shadow. I know full well, Headmistress, and do not make this decision lightly, but I can't leave the crossroads, especially when we've so much left to do.
Working with Chronos on this new venture of his, you've been instrumental in altering time as we know it. So you're certainly the best fit to keep things that way.
Ensuring time keeps working in our favor seems like a good way to spend my own time. It should be interesting, and the matter is close to my heart. Perhaps I was born for this.
You were born for much more, but we'll do our share. Cerberus has already taken to prancing through the fields of his own accord, and your father and I shall not be far. As for your brother, well, he always turns up.
All this is going to be an adjustment, though, isn't it? Even if I'll see you all again soon.
An adjustment is putting it mildly. Now go make your rounds, and I'll see you off before you depart. I love you, baby girl.
I love you too, Mother.
When I was having difficulties with my son, sometimes I thought of you, Father. I cannot fathom having had more children to contend with all at once.
Yes, well, I was not terribly successful at contending with you a lot now, was I? Particularly Zeus. To think that I shall see him and the others again soon.
I can make no assurances about how you shall be received. These dreamlike memories we share did not reach Mount Olympus, it seems. But Zeus does have my full report.
Surely a ringing endorsement, but I merely jest. If time can be so cruel, then it is only fitting for children to be much the same. Would you not agree, Granddaughter?
We may have more in common than we'd like to admit. But in any event, Lord Uncle Zeus asked you to come alone. Only the Fates now know what lies in store. Although there's still no sign of them, even with Nyx's aid.
None. I cast them into the abyss. Had I known precisely where, they would have known how to get back. Yet if my hypothesis about such possibilities as we experienced is correct, we may find them.
We shall. And I look forward to testing this hypothesis. Perhaps we'll all learn something about ourselves.
Would that we could. Gods and titans may be doomed to live forever, but we need not be bound to our old ways.
Indeed. Father, thank you for all your hospitality. It gladdens...
I would not be, if not for you, daughter. I trust that we shall see each other again soon. And perhaps even you, Father.
Likewise, Hades. At least this house is mostly to your preference again. Beyond these halls, of course, much more is to be done.
Yes, well, Father, I wish you the best with the ongoing Underworld renovations. As for us, our chariot is here.
That it is. I am prepared.
Shadows conceal you.
So it is seeming at this point quite
Sister
similar.
Selene. Great Nyx.
My faithful Eye of Night, my child. Thank you for ensuring that our realm remains secure and keeping watch above it all. I never doubted that I could count on you.
But Mother, had our watch been more dependable, then none of this would have transpired.
Trying times shall always come about, testing our resolve. Thus we grow strong, as do the bonds we share. Even now, I sense the powerful connection between you and the princess of the Underworld.
It was my honor to work with Sister Selene Onyx. She has always been my guiding light. I'm so pleased that you could finally see each other again.
A reunion you made possible, with Hecate and the Unseen. Your services shall be remembered, O Millenoi, Princess. Now go, for there are more reunions to be had.
Thank you, Mother, and farewell for now.
I must say, I did not expect that we could ever draw you down this far, Sister Selene. I thought perhaps not even Headmistress could in all her experience.
If you are ready, little star, then let us go, lest we outstay our greetings and farewells. I am honored to have seen these halls, and to return to Shadow with you on this night in victory, not haste.
Come, Millenoi, for all the reasons that Selene says. We have a delivery that we must make besides.
Then let's be off. If only Artemis were here, this could have been a proper Silver Sisters reunion, couldn't it?
Then let us ride into the dark above. And do be careful to hold on as we depart.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, daughter.
Yeah, I think we may have gotten past the point of most of the changes, it seems like.
We get to fly like this each night. Don't think I forgot about you, little one. We really did it, didn't we?
Hey, so what exactly happened around here? Did you complete your big important task?
Well, for the most part, yes. My family is back. My mother...
The Titan you said you were going...
He's no longer himself.
Okay, yeah,
Sure.
this all looks the same.
So then, congratulations.
Well, if you like.
I do. Congratulations, Mel.
Yep, that's all the same.
What an accomplishment. Your task is finally complete.
And your support made it possible, Lord Mor...
Doom averted. We children of Nyx have already heard that...
I suppose I ought to go make certain everything's in order.
Then it sounds like I may see you again soon?
Yeah, it seems like the conversations here are all going to be the same. This one I am especially curious about, though.
How are you faring lately, Headmistress? You've been, well...
How soon later turns to now. Look, Millenoi,
Even though you got to see Mother and Father again, and Nick.
You refer to Chronos. I long to see that wretch destroyed.
I remember you once told me that destroying...
And I was probably correct. Yet we cannot help but reassess the turns our lives take, through our own choices and otherwise.
Nearly so. Retracing my steps should be interesting.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Yeah, okay, so I think we're probably past the parts where it where stuff was changed to arrive at approximately this new version of the status quo. Overall, I have to say, so obviously we're missing setup. We have to imagine to some degree the context and how they make it make sense that Millenoi is sensitive to Chaos's, hurt feelings of betrayal and loss and everything. It's also sort of an interesting change to push some of Millennoi's unspoken emotional trauma onto Hecate and have her voice it, have her actually argue with Mel over the plan. I think on the whole, I like this version less because I think it makes a lot less sense. It's much simpler and tidier if Millenoi is in on the plan from the beginning and it's actually her idea. It definitely feels like and especially with her getting the memories too. It seems like the whole family maybe having the memories, and yeah, it definitely seems like the actually what if everybody could win kind of version. Not that there are no lasting effects to Malinue's trauma, and she has both sets of memories, obviously, but like the fact that she can fix it for herself as much as she can fix it for anybody else. I don't know. It feels like a little bit more fanficky this way. It's sort of like the YAification of the other ending. I don't know. I think I preferred it the other way, where there's still a lot of like difficult work to be done, and the best you can do with your pain is live with it and try to make it something that other people don't have to go through. But also magic and what. Like I said, it would be challenging and perhaps foolhardy to try too hard to map any of this onto real world models of cycles of violence and abuse or whatever, especially insofar as like consequences and forgiveness, because of all the magic and the time travel and the alternate timelines and whatnot. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this was interesting to anybody except for me. When you come back next time, I guess we have some temporal security consultant work to get to. And we'll see you then.